I would say I've definitely learned a lot, and I've seen that even though you may be building a different type of project or you're different type of builder, contractor, like I've learned that like the fundamentals of managing businesses, regardless what type of work you do, like they're not really that different. The fundamentals haven't changed in like decades, and like when people start to get overwhelmed, they start to get lost and frustrated, like you got to bring it back to the basics. You need to have a strong foundation. And until you have a strong foundation for your business, there is no reason to focus on scaling. I see a lot of people though that like it's like they're trapped in this rat race and they just keep going around and around, and like at some point like it doesn't matter how great you are at your trade or how smart you are, like if you truly want to build a successful business, like you need to build a team. You need to recruit people around you. Like at the end of the day, like but you have to set yourself up for success. And so many people they struggle to see the forest from the trees, and they don't realize that like if you do a little bit of planning ahead of time, build an annual budget for your company. Set goals for yourself. You're going to make a bunch of assumptions and they're probably going to be wrong, and that's fine because at least when you look back at how you performed last month, last quarter, last year, you'll be able to say, oh, I missed that, but here's why. I made this assumption that wasn't correct. And so now moving forward, how am I going to correct that? What do I need to do to adjust to make sure that I can hit my goals? I think that's so important that people think about, again, not just today and not just tomorrow, but like the future. How do you want to build this business? Like, what do you want to build? What is the legacy you want to leave? Like, and then plan for that. You have to see yourself and see your business being extremely successful, and then you will be able to make much more achievable goals and work towards that to accomplish them. But, again, so many people just, they can't take the tool belt off for 2 seconds to try to like realize like, look, I can't just work in my business every single day. I have to start working on my business to build a much more successful, much more scalable business. And so, I see it all the time, and so like I hope people can really take that step back from time to time, go find podcasts, go follow other, leaders and influencers and people in your community, like study what are they doing. There's no reason that they can do something that you can't, but you got to go look for it and you got to go believe that you can.
Yeah.